Well, welcome. Today I hope to show the operation of the RealityXP Garmin 750 and 650. I've already started up, and we just go into, as you can see in front, there are two other bells. They're going to act as AI traffic. So they're just about to depart. Right. The Garmin first power up, you get the entertainment use only pages. We'll select FMS2, you can see it's in yellow. We'll press continue. Check the database is in date. Now one thing is it uses its own Garmin database, not the default explain. And we got on here Garmin 10 miles 4 minutes, bar to the left, message up. That's good. Goes back to yellow. I'll put it on traffic. Alright, we'll select FMS 1. I've set 1 up for terrain warning, TAWS. Alright, press continue, database, continue, and we see Garmin 10 miles 4 message, and we continue, and I will load a quick flight plan in for a circuit.
HTOS test OK.
Go to flight planning, menu, catalog, select and activate. This is a quick circuit around here. Okay, and we'll go to map. So I can zoom out on the map, and you can see it's just a quick circuit. Okay, the other two have taken off, and we'll, at the moment the transponder is on standby, and they've departed off to the left there, south. We shall go and have a look and see what happens with the traffic. As usual, flying real time and weather here at Wharton. And we can see on the bottom display already the targets. Just engaging autopilot. Put a menu. I'll put traffic alerting on here as well. We can see it messages flashing, and we can see here the traffic in front. Yeah, message.
Traffic.
And there we have the traffic alert. And we can see off to our right here the traffic just passing by. turn around. And the traffic's clear. Alright, I'm going to descend down to 500 feet. Increase my speed. And we're going to zoom out. Head for the right, so we're now going to go into the nav mode. As you can see, FMS is in white, so we have to turn the heading knob towards the bar to intercept the course. So let's increase, we want to get out there quick. I'm going to set up a search and rescue pattern now. I'll show you how good this Garmin is. We're going up to 150 knots.
Caution, terrain, terrain.
There's the terrain warning. Because we're
Caution, terrain,
too close to the
terrain.
ground. If you go to the screen, we've locked onto the FMS now, we'll turn on the circuit. What I can do is go to the flight plan. Open the flight plan. At Bilbo, we want to load a search pattern. Load. Now you can set up all different parallel tracks, or you can have expanded square orbit sector. We'll go for the parallel tracks. How many legs, distance, you can set it all up. Alright, and we will load the pattern. And we'll go back to map. We now see up here we have a search pattern. So when we get to the waypoint, we'll automatically enter into the search pattern. Just coming out over Lugan. On the right hand display you can see that FMS is in green, and we're locked in an autopilot doing 150 knots at 500 feet. And we've got here Bilbo, 7 miles away, 3 minutes. Our wind is from the south east, 8 knots. In the FMS mode we must have GPS, the CDI selected GPS. The other traffic is gone and landed now. On the 650 we can select various modes as well. So we got terrain there. Now, as we're coming in quite fast, 150 knots, and it's quite a quick rate of turn, it will warn me They say I'm going too fast and may overshoot. Good thing with flying with autopilot, I can stick my head down into the cockpit and get a good close-up. Declutter a bit. The main thing we're concerned today with is the GTN. Now, the RealityXP is only for Windows, so I'm sorry for those people that use Macs or Linux. It's a fantastic tool. Once you've flown with it, you want to fly with anything else. You can install it in any aircraft. Now, I've set it up here so if I press on the memory card, you get the pop-up window. See them 650. Okay, you can work in those. Great touchscreen. So you can add that to any aircraft. Right, as you can see, we're starting to turn. The first turn's not too bad, but the other turns are quite tight. So I'm gonna slow down and start our search pattern. To the second leg, and of course you'll be at this point looking out, searching and seeing what you want to rescue, and the autopilot is doing all the flying. Right, if we want to cancel the search, we can go back to the flight plan again, and we can see here, and we can collapse. Or remove. Okay. So we've removed it, so we go back now. Map. We're at the moment not on any flight plan. Activate that leg. Now turning around to go onto the next leg. In fact, what we can do is miss out the gun waypoint and go for tattle. Go back, flight plan. It's great that you can actually alter your flight plan as you're flying. Back into map. Alright, I'll increase the speed and increase our altitude. So going up to 120 knots. We're going to go up to 1,000 feet. Okay, go around some of the things. As you can see, top left hand corner, we've got comms. I haven't set this up as sound, but as dim and bright. So I can make it brighter, or I can dim it. That's just my own preference. The radio, as you can see, we're very simple to change the frequency. We can find nearest airport. We want tower frequency. There we go. And then change. Oh, we find. List. It's very simple to change your radio. Audio panel. We can select. This is got rid of our normal audio panel. I've left the audio panel in here because it doesn't have a second marker, and I'm using two markers, or ADF I should say, second ADF. So we can select any of our things. It has an intercom facility, so you can have set up passengers intercom. Mic is on 1. We're monitoring comms 1 and 2. The comms frequency for 2 is down on the 650. We've done away with the Garmin 330 because we got transponder. And as you can see, I didn't have to, when we took off, put it into alt mode. It automatically did it. You can ident, or if we wanted to change, we just click on it. 2, 3, 5. In there, and we change that code. VFR. Nav. We can find the nearest. We can go for airports or VORs. Go for pole. And we can select pole VOR. I'll put it back onto the ILS frequency for Wharton. Just increase our speed a bit so we can put it 50 knots. What's it like outside? Oh, we're coming up to the coast again. If you wish to add a waypoint, you can actually just click anywhere on the map and create a waypoint. You can name it whatever and then create it. Now the good thing about it, if we wanted to change, rapidly edit the flight plan, we can change and add to our flight plan. Let's click done. So now we're going to head towards our
Traffic.
It looks like they're still flying around at Wharton. Now we're heading to the new waypoint. Alright, while it's heading towards there, I'll show you some of the other features. Straightforward traffic map. Terrain map. It's all black at the moment. Go out, we can see the hills in the distance. You can see on this point over here, Croft, is where we'll get the terrain warning. The weather's not working on, they haven't implemented any weather into it. It's a pity, but when that comes in, that'll be a good facility. Charts. Now, if you're flying around the States, there are no charts for the database for the Europe. But if I was flying in the States now, you would have all your approach charts, departure charts, arrival here. You can select them and it'll display the charts. Very good for flying in North America. The database is based on the Garmin, so it's not using the default X-plane database, and just making sure we're flying okay. But it's when we're coming up to a waypoint, go back to the map. We're coming up. We're going on to the next waypoint. It flashed white. It turned yellow because it's the way I've set it up on the FS1 for a few seconds. And whatever is on here, terminal, we have term up here. We're going to head back onto our leg. Get back to the features. We have good charts. It's a pity we don't have any for Wharton, but as we can see, you can actually see other things, frequencies for Wharton. No weather data, procedures. We're going to approach, select approach. That procedure page, I could go straight to it. I'll just go in here, and we want to do an approach. We're going to NEDNO, and we can load approach. That is loaded the approach onto the map. Now we go back to the map. I'll zoom out. See the approach is loaded in for when we get around there. Back to features. We can check waypoints, add our user waypoints. That's the one we added before. We can delete waypoints. Information policy. You've got lots of information on here. Utilities. You can do fuel planning, trip planning, vertical calculations. Timer. So the trip, complete trip, will be in the R. quite a lot. We departed at 10:21 local time, it says there. Or it must have been set all the times. What I've done is set this timer for if we go into the warning zone for on the engine, we can start the timer. My next mod I'm going to have in it on the actual gauge. You can see we're going into the warning zone there because we're flying at 150 knots. It's at max continuous power. Stop timer reset. I don't know, I'm not sure what that does. Press the home key. Schedule messages. Create a message. Systems, we can adjust alerts, units, audio, backlighting, set things up. When we went to the map, as you can see in the corner, here we got wind speed and direction, and we got track, and we got ground speed, and distance to waypoint. We can change what is displayed in the corners. Use a waypoint. Trying to see how to delete it. Cannot be deleted because it's in use. Delete the waypoint. Alright, I'll just stick my head up out of the cockpit as we're coming towards some hills. I'm gonna slow down a bit. Ready for climb when the terrain warning comes. See, we're coming up to the next waypoint. It's flashing.
Warning, obstacle, obstacle.
Oh, we got terrain, so...
Warning, obstacle, obstacle.
Speed. Increase my
Warning,
speed.
obstacle, obstacle. Warning, warning, terrain, terrain.
And we just turn it around.
Caution, terrain, terrain.
So it was giving us a warning of obstacles and terrain. Now, when you're in flying in North America, it's actually got all the power lines displayed and everything else. So for flying low level and avoiding obstacles, it is fantastic. We're just climbing up over the hills. And you can see the obstacles in red. That large red is the local TV transmitter area antenna here on Winter Hill. We'll engage altitude at 2,000 feet. Increase our speed again. Have to watch that I don't overspeed. Now we're actually heading towards intercepting the ILS for runway 25. Now I've tried to set it up, as you can see here, and white approach means it's available. That's selected. One thing I didn't show was direct to. Wish to go direct to. Nearest airport, Manchester. Activate, and straight away we start turning. You can see the traffic at Manchester Airport here. Going to fly. Alright, if we want to go back to our route that we're just turning off, we go back, remove, and then we're going to go back to our normal flight plan. Direct to, very useful. I also have the RealityXP GTN 530, but once you've flown this, you don't want to go back to it. I will be uploading, for those that have it, the files for that as well. And now we're heading back onto the track. Flying nicely, 2,000 feet, 145 knots, ground speed 155. Now, the wind is from the south today, so no problems with landing on runway 27. Still pouring with rain outside. Flashing. Going yellow because we're in so many 0.1 of a nautical mile of the waypoint. turning onto the Alright, the vertical hold. Now we're onto approach mode now, LNAV. And it's telling us to switch to LNAV. Got a message. Select source for approach. Tend to do now. Slow down as we're coming into the approach. Oh, the good thing also, with this using the FMS, the flight bars tend to be working correctly. So the actual GTN is driving the flight bars in the right way and correct. Slow it down. Heading on approach, and what we'll do now is switch to switch off to the localizer, and we're actually too high because we're only 3 miles. Captured the glide slope, but it's going to pull us down. Let's slow the speed right up. We can see the runway in front. We're a bit high. Should be pulling us down. We can see there's traffic flying over. But, way above us. Now we're below the glide slope.
Caution, terrain, terrain. Caution, terrain, terrain.
Came in a bit high there.
400.
But it's catching. See the glide slope coming down to capture again.
300.
Well, I'm still on autopilot at the moment.
200.
We're just coming up to 200, so disconnecting. A little bit of a kick there.
$200.
And we're coming up, said missed approach. We can go around. We're gonna go on land.
100.
I'm not actually a pilot, so, and I've never ever been in a Bell 429. So all this that I do for the 429 is from what I see in videos and what I can find on the internet. We're just going to and there's my two friends sitting on the runway.
50.
It's swinging into wind. And I hope that helps. One problem I do, and this is version 2.4.6, and when I power down I have a problem with the screen freezing, and when you power up the next time it's very intermittent, and hopefully this RealityXP will fix this on the next update. So I'll just show you closing down a moment. Generators off. It's linked to the battery, so when I switch the battery off it will go. Just waiting for the rotor brake to come on. At 25% RPM, we should get a sign come up saying we can apply the rotor brake. It'd be interesting to see that when people start downloading and installing this, if they get the same problem. I use a AMD graphics card, and so we got rotor brake, and we go up, put the rotor brake on. The warning's gone out because the rotor brake's on. Now the problem I've got, for the first part of this year the graphics card wouldn't support the Garmin trainer. Now the latest graphic AMD drivers do support. I'll switch off the battery, and out it goes. I've conned it at the moment by blacking out the screen. If we switch back on again, we'll see it's locked at the last screen it comes up, tries to do a Garmin restart. This time it started. It's the second one, the lower one. Is not coming up. And what RealityXP is saying to do is to get it to work is click the battery on and off. So this is not actually working at the moment, it's frozen from the last screen, or frozen. So hopefully this problem will be fixed. And then the next, there we go. We got a warning, expired, invalid. And we switch off again. What they're saying is to do switch on and off powers until you get it back on again, which is not right, but that's the fix at the moment. We're both starting up now, Garmin, and we got it back again, and we're back. So we're now back to normal. So I hope they can fix that in the next update. Well, hope you enjoyed this video, and if any comments or anything, or you need any help, just post them. Thank you. Bye.